At what age do you classify as a dirty old man?
What?
Like at what? So like you know how when you were like 18, like when we were let me speak for me. When I was 18 and I used to fill out like dating apps and stuff, I'd put my range from like 18 to like 24, right?
Okay.
Then when I was like mid 20s, I put my age range like 18 to 29,
Okay.
right? And now I'm 29 and my age range is like 21 to 39.
You would date someone who's 21?
And that's why I wanted to ask you, does that make me a dirty does that does that make me a dirty old man?
I mean,
Wait,
no,
hold on.
but
In my defense, I haven't done it though. So to be clear, I haven't dated
no,
it. Not,
it doesn't make you a dirty old man. I'm just curious as to why you would want to date. Well, I guess it depends on men are different. I guess it depends on what you're looking for in a woman. I don't think of somebody who's 21 as being very mature. So as somebody who's almost 30, I just don't know why you would want to date someone who's 21. But people do have their reasons for it, I guess.
here's my defense. I was always more mature than the women I was with romantically,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always been the guy that had older friends, pretty much. You know, like I was in junior high. My friends were in high school, or the people that I wanted to hang around were in high school. I parties with people who were older than me. So yeah, I'm 20. I'm 20. People have always said I have an old soul. I imagine you
Mm-hmm.
probably heard the same thing before. Um,
And
so
I have old soul. I've never heard that from anyone.
okay, well, yeah, I definitely heard it before, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm constantly working with people who are older than me. So yeah, I'm 29, but really, I'm kind of like 39 in my mind. I know it makes it sound
Which
worse,
is
but
even
hold
more.
on.
Yeah, I
No,
must say that too.
but what I'm saying though is even when I was like 20-year-old girls annoyed me. Like
Hmm.
I was, messing around with somebody who was like in their mid 30s. Uh,
Which makes it even more question. Like that makes you question it more. Why would you want to date someone who's 21?
and my reasoning is even when I was younger, I guess what I'm trying to say is maturity was never like a barometer for why I date women. I date
Okay.
women primarily because I think they're hot. That's number
Okay.
one.
Well, that's what
Um,
I said. It depends on what your standards are and what
yeah,
you're
like
really after.
so I was 29 dating a 24-year-old. So that was 5 year gap. And I didn't notice it in the conversational department. Uh, but man, like she was great to look at. So does this make
Okay.
no? I know. So I'm asking. Does this make me? Because I'm 29 and
No,
my
it does
my.
not make you an old man, a dirty
Okay,
old
so
man. No, you're
if I have this same age range, but I'm 39, does that make me a dirty old man?
no, maybe a little higher than that, but
49.
yes.
All right. This makes sense. Now I know why I've been giving Leonardo DiCaprio so much crap. All right. I get it now. Okay, I just wanted to ask, because
Isn't he dating like an 18-year-old?
yeah, I gotta stop doing that. Number one, like
What?
this goes back to that Dave Chappelle joke. I don't know if you saw that stand up with Dave Chappelle was talking about how old is 15 really,
Mm-hmm.
and the premise of is oh, it was an R. Kelly joke, and the premise of the joke is that 15 is talked about like it's too young, but also too old, depending on the context, right? So, for example, if a 15-year-old is dating a guy who's 25-year-old, it's like, yo, she's only 15. But if let's say a 15-year-old, you know, like a parent has, a 3 or 4 kids, and there's a 15-year-old, and then like a 8-year-old or a 7-year-old, the parent would say, yo, I need you to watch these kids. You're 15, right? Like, so like you're responsible enough to be in charge of what of caretaking younger children, but you're not. And once again, I'm not advocating for 15-year-olds to date older men. I'm just saying the premise of the joke is kind of where this whole thing is with Leonardo. Is like I know is a guy in his 40s. I think his current girlfriend is like 19. Um, see, but what? She's 19. Like you can operate a vehicle that can kill somebody.
It just feels weird. I don't think you're a real adult when you're 19. I mean, in a sense you are, but when it comes like you can't do anything. You can't drink. You can't even take your girlfriend to a bar to get a drink or like order wine at dinner. Like she's mad young.
So I want to clarify. Shannon just confessed to being an alcoholic. Number one.
No,
Number
I
two,
didn't. But
you,
like
you
just
just said you said you can't do anything, and you name one thing you can't do, which is
yeah, but
drink. This
still,
yeah, this how much
that's like an adult thing to do. I just feel like you can't get into a club, you can't do anything. But even if you weren't going to drink, even if you just wanted to go to the bar for the atmosphere, you can't even do that. Like you can't.
people don't go to bars.
Okay,
I've
that's
never been to a
listen.
bar on
Mm,
purpose.
okay,
No, I haven't. Like even when I
okay,
went to I went to a barcade, I went for the games. I didn't go for to drink.
uh-huh.
But you could take her to
Don't you still get carded at barcade
who me?
to get in?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they scan your
exactly. But you can't even get in there. If
no,
you
I'm
wanted
saying,
to play the games at barcade, you couldn't get into barcade either.
yeah, but I could take her to the zoo. I could take her
Okay.
to
Okay.
and once again, to be clear, I'm not because see some of y'all gonna cut this clip up. I'm not advocating for these relationships, right? Personally, I think I probably agree with you that but I mean he's with her to fuck. I mean to have sex.
It's weird.
But is it weird if we know that's what it is? Like,
Yes.
okay, so she could use him for his money, but he can't use her for her body.
I didn't say either one was okay. It's just the
Okay,
whole thing is weird.
so is she weird?
Yep.
Are you just saying that so that you won't be a hypocrite and I won't call you
No.
out on it?
No.
I, I think it's only weird because of societal conditioning. Because if it was weird, it wouldn't happen. Like people now. Granted,
That's not true. Weird things happen all the time that are weird.
I
That
would
still
just
happen.
I just caught myself. That's why I stopped talking. Yeah, I take that. What they say in court, redact that
Yeah.
from the record. Redact from the record. Uh, okay, yeah. So look, I just wanted to ask that question because I am in that world. I'm around a lot of. I'm, I'm in a space now in my life where I'm around people who are way older than me, and also people who are like a decade younger than me.
Hmm.
And it's interesting. It is.
Hmm.
I can clearly see the difference between a woman who's like in her early 20s and a woman who's in her late 20s. And the main difference is, I would say, expectations of me.
Yeah.
Um, which makes dating the early 20s a lot more fun. Um, um, yeah, I would never date a teenager though.
I
18
would
is
hope not.
no, I'm saying 18 is still a
Yeah.
teenager. It's
Yeah.
legal, but it's a
Yeah. Yeah.
teenager.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should also redact that statement from the record. A lot of
Yeah.
redaction. Yeah,
Like,
a lot of redaction today. A lot of redaction. I was talking about 18 and 19. That's still a teenager, but
mhm.
they're legal, so to speak. I'm
Yes.
saying I wouldn't do that either. That I wouldn't do that either. I probably I don't right now. It's 21 to 39 for me. That's my dating app age range.
Hmm.
What would your dating app age range be? I know you're in a relationship. I'm saying if you weren't, what would it be? Would it be
I'm
like?
not dating anyone
Let me
younger than
guess.
me.
Let me guess. Don't take. Let me
Okay,
guess.
okay, okay. Sorry.
Knowing you, you strike me as a woman who likes to date men who are like the lowest you would probably go is a year younger than you,
Yep,
and
that's
that's
very
stretching
true.
it.
Yep,
I
true.
remember this from high school, by the way. So for you, it would be 28, and I would guess you would cap it off at 40.
Nope, I would not go that high. I would not
Wait,
go
so
that high.
what's your age range?
28 and not even really 28. That's like skimming it really. But I guess 28 to like 35 maybe. My boyfriend's 33 right now. He just turned 33. But yeah, like 28 to 35. That's it.
So if you ran into a somebody who just turned 40, like Like he turned 40 yesterday. Had his stuff together. It's like a no because of the four.
I don't know. It depends. It
Okay,
depends. But
but
yeah.
your dating range seems to match up most women. Like most
Mm-hmm.
women like to date guys that are older than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Usually versus guys like to date women who are younger than they are. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right.